All right, and we're off to the races. Let's see. We've got Cadence versus Kirby here, classic matchup. Immediately finding a titanium dagger on C2's side, which is a nice direct upgrade, and oh, I'm sorry about that. Okay, all right, we're back here. And also noticing that we had a giant slime that we can use the leprechaun. Looks like ancalagor is going to backtrack and also grab the titanium dagger, and there's also a handy trap room there for if we want to just push that crate down and jump right after it. Actually, sure, I'm going to check out the shop first. Nothing that we can afford and nothing that we want to kill for, it seems. All right, a nice full heart container from that chest mimic. Very, not a game changer, but nice to have. So far, nothing too out of the ordinary in this run. Hello, Tic-Tac-Foe. I see the zombie conga is proceeding apace. All right, map in the 1-2 shop that we can afford since we've killed that leprechaun. I don't think we have enough money to also buy the monocle on C2 side. Oh, but actually there's a dragon coming, and I think ancalagor is going to use it to scare Freddy out of the shop. Yeah, it looks like it is. Oh, no. It does have enough money to buy the monocle, it seems. Going back for that. Just gonna grab it. And it looks like this is ancalagor didn't leprechaun on the previous floor, so this is what we're doing it. And what have we got in the blood shop? Oh, we have a glass rapier and a courage shovel in the blood shop with heavy glass in the super secret. Do we have a way to kill? I mean, I guess. Oh dear. All right. So the monkey helping to tank that dragon fireball there for SC2. And looks like ancalagor is also just going to buy and go. If only we had some more assured way to grab all that stuff. Let's see. And we've got a Ring of War in that mystery shrine. Incredible. Thank you, Monocle, for letting us know. Even got bombs on the floor to help us grab that. So ancalagor, who did take the glass rapier, is now very well set up. Although, you know, of course, there's always the risk of breaking that thing. Looks like we've got a conjurer on 1-3. Both racers should have enough money to buy at least one thing. Ancalagor, of course, for armor. It's a pity we couldn't get, because the heavy glass is out of, I guess, the top of the full at this point. We're keeping? Interesting. With the glass rapier, ancalagor chooses to swap to the helm rather than keeping the monocle. I guess we can, you know, sort of peek off SC2's screen to see the monocle information. But, and you know, you don't get the spirit aggro that way, but yeah, see there, ancalagor waiting to see what was in purple by peeking off C2's screen, and it was a shield spell, which is very nice for ancalagor especially, for protecting that glass. And also there's a nice potion as well. Oh, wait a minute, okay. That monocle helping SC2 find the Zap Dagger. It looks like ancalagor, who is very screen watching quite assiduously, also finds and goes for it. Now that doesn't go quite as well with the War Ring that they both picked up from the Mystery Shrine. But, you know, it's a 3 damage Zap Dagger, you know, what's not to love? Okay. Gonna keep the shurikens on ancalagor's side. A little less safety, but you know, with a shield spell, what more do you need, right? Just like that. Let's see, and that's just a few beats behind SC2, who can't quite make it to that trapdoor at this point, but it looks like it's going to be right next to the exit room anyway, so just hop right in and do it the legal way, as it were. Oh! Fear and Heavy Plate in the same shop, and ancalagor didn't see it. SC2 literally just bought it, didn't use the Fear Scroll, just, okay. And is that an, well, no way to, or didn't want to waste time opening that urn. But there was a free spell in there. It's truly what the heck is going on. And it looks like we're getting pulse out of the CR2. And I mean, the fact that ancalagor didn't go into the shop or consider the urn means that he is pulling ahead a bit by about a floor. But damn, SE2's build, man. They're both on mostly parity. It's just that SE2 has the monocle, which ancalagor can't peek off of if he's a little ahead, and much better defense. Oof, a lot of riders just coming up. Oh, and there are not quite enough shurikens to really quick kill the deep blues, but with the zap dagger, it's not like you really need that much. It's only with a pulse spell. Nicely done there. SE2, doing a throw pulse actually for a slightly quicker kill to catch up. I think that's a swirl of need in the shop. We don't need that shit. We don't need the need, as it were. Just trying to make up the slight difference. Now, neither of them has goo protection, so that could be a source of some potential danger for either one. But other than that, oh look, a blast helm. Are we gonna go for it? Are we gonna let the monocle do its job? No, we're just running. Oof. SE2 taking a couple of hits there. Has been tanking quite a bit, trying to catch up. But ancalagor is also down pretty low. About to clear out the 4-3 and head down to our kind of 4, which we know both of them have the zap dagger. It's not going to be an issue for either. Okay, SE2 nicely dropping a beat there, not to get telemonkeyed out of the exit room, and is going to head into the combat fight just as ancalagor drops into zone 5. All right. Let's see. I assume that he would have not checked the chest. I didn't see whether he did, but SE2 definitely didn't. And we're just pushing. The potion is gone on ancalagor's side, which could potentially be a little hinky since we only have quartz armor on his end. But you know, all you need is half a heart in the end. Of course, both of them with the mapping, so nobody's getting lost in this zone 5. Still keeping that approximately floor lead and heading into Dead Ringer just as SE2 also about to pop this potion, probably. Yeah, there he goes. The quaff. Let's see. Slightly, still about, yeah. Even with the slight dawdling at the beginning, just to peek at chest and so on and so forth, it was easily made up. And of course, plenty of resources for this Necrodancer fight. We didn't go for the blood shield. It was on cooldown for ancalagor. But I guess we're thinking with the quartz armor, nothing's going to one-shot us at this point, which is quite reasonable, a logical motivation. And I believe that is indeed ancalagor taking the first race, and me noticing that I didn't have the timer on. That's fine. I remember how to do things. Do I even have... okay. Here we go. Close one, that. Maintained that approximate floor lead basically the entire time after he got that floor lead. I guess heavy plate not worth it, question mark? Maybe if there were more things to take advantage of the tanking with and more ways to patch it up after you tank stuff. Question mark. All right, getting ready for our second here. With the electric dagger, I guess shield recharges very fast. Yeah, that's true. So you don't really need the armor. Yeah, that's a good point. Just fueling the engine, so to speak. Who needs fancy armor when you have magic armor in the form of a shield spell, right? Right, we're off to our second race of the set. Nothing useful in that trap room from this angle. Could potentially take hits. Oh, what's in that purple chest? Ring of Piercing out of the 1/1 purple chest. Very nice. And it looks like... Not sure. Okay, trying to use the bomb trap to open the crate before we check. And it is a blood shop. It's not the greatest blood shop, but I mean, it's not the worst either. You get mapping out of it. The weapon types aren't splendid, but aren't terrible as far as gold weapons go. Both of us killing for that. And actually, SE2 skipping the gold spear. Interesting. I mean, they're both throwable, and gold spear does give you gold kills, but I guess SE2 values the scootiness of just the dagger range. And Ancalagor are actually going to kill the 1/2 shop. It was a luck shop with magic chicken and some other sundries. And going to actually run with the base cutlass? Interesting. Of course, SE2 should be able to also get into the potion room with that blood drum. Looks like we're thinking about this Shriner fight. Getting an actual map instead of just a torch of mapping. And okay, keep going for the Ring of War rather than Piercing. So now we've really got quite a divergent set of builds. Unless that Ring of War would make the cutlass better. Nope, we're just gonna leave Freddy alive. This might come in quite handy later on in the run. We don't know, but oh! There's Boots of Pain in that crate room. That would go quite nicely with that base dagger. Is that... okay... on 1-3? I can't read. Eyeballs don't work. But if SE2 finds it, it could be quite nice. Okay, it is this floor. Right, there it is. And we can, in fact, just open them directly instead of relying on the dragon. It looks like a titanium broadsword, maybe? Which is it's also good with the Boots of Pain, so I guess we're on build parity here between our racers. It took a moment, but we got there in the end, mostly. I guess for SE2, there's the damage. It's better damage. And are we keeping the grenades and dropping the blood drum? Interesting. Okay, so yeah, if Ancalagor manages to, or decides to hold on to the blood drum the whole way, we could have that make a difference in the Necrodancer fight. But other than that, again, taking about a floor's lead as SE2 finishes up that kind of fight, grabs the Pulse spell, which did Ancalagor Azuma or just not check? Interesting. Well, should be potential for catch up with that Pulse spell, I suppose, but damn, Ancalagor's really just zoomed through that zone 2 in like 2 seconds flat and is already down to DB2, which we could potentially chase down. Yeah, there we go. And able to just pain that king to death. Glass long sword from black chest. We're keeping the Boots of Pain synergy with the titanium broadsword here. Oh, and I see too, making up some ground there. The grenades letting them quick kill the DB fight without having to actually chase anybody down. But we'll see whether we'll be able to narrow that gap at all, as ancalagor is already down to, about to be down to 3-3 if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, that was 3-3. Already down to the zone 3 boss, finding that trapdoor real fast and just skipping the zone. And SC2 not too far behind, about to head in. So still about a floor lead though, and it's another longsword, is it? Or was it a longsword? But we don't need to swap over. This is fine. The main thing that ancalagor is missing is defense. We do have the charm there providing leather armor equivalent. So, you know, we're not going into it fully unprotected, but it's not the greatest situation. And it's the same on the SC2's side. As well as I think the piercing could come in as more impactful in Zone 4, since we already have like damage from the Boots of Pain anyway, right? So the +1 from War maybe not as much of a benefit as being able to ignore Blade Masters in this case. Case in point here, SC2 trying to wrangle all of these Ooze Golems and Blade Masters and getting stuck on some spike traps. Nasty. We still have the potion, it's fine, but definitely a place where the damage didn't matter as much as the mechanic. And ancalagor is down to CR4. Gonna be able to plant a bomb to activate the head quickly. And blood drum to... Where did we get the titanium rapier? I don't know, but SC2 did not see it either. Now that's kind of ironic since the war would work better with the titanium rapier, but here we are in the world that we live in. Already halfway through Zone 5 and quickly finding a useful place to dig through with the aid of that torch. We don't need an actual map. In Zone 5, you just find the base room and beeline toward it. So really, already down to Dead Ringer. I assume we're going to blood drum here. ancalagor has, oh no we're not, we're just going to scoot the left side, I see. ancalagor does still have the potion on board, so the half heart is nothing. This is really 7 hearts in waiting, but still without any additional forms of safety. Makes sense to not use the health when you don't need to. And there we go with the blood drum dig into the Necrodancer stage. Just as SC2 hops down into Dead Ringer, probably going to... It looks like maybe SC2 is waiting on the Dead Ringer to see if ancalagor survives the Necrodancer fight. Knowing that... oh, nope. We're still alive and there's basically no way to die now. Okay, good. Okay, damn. Low 8-minute run. That was a fun one. The early Boots of Pain and so on. It's not as showy as the previous seed, but decent stuff, huh? Oh, let me loot. Wow, there we go. SC2 wondering what made the difference in that run. Honestly, I don't think there was like one big moment, right? Sometimes you see a race where there was definitely one big moment where one mistake or one build choice you know, made the whole outcome what it was. But sometimes it's harder to tell. It was another one where sort of like a Thor's lead plus or minus got maintained for most of the run after it was achieved, right? Oh, and we're down to the third race of the set. And I'm sorry, was that very loud? I saw the immediate Zap Dagger out of 1/1 Black Chess, and I do apologize for anybody's ears. What a set of races. Piercing saved a bit of time over war, and the blood drum. Yeah, that's true. SE2 dropped the blood drum pretty early on, which that's a lot of things that can be bypassed or sped up. And again, another monocle. The game loves these racers, I guess. Yeah, you really saw it with those Blade Masters in Zone 4, just how much extra footwork was necessary to deal with those guys. Alright, both of us with identical builds pretty much, not much checking of anything. And both able to throw bomb here on Quarrel Riff. I assume we're going for the tomes. Yeah, okay. C2 slightly in the lead. We don't really need anything from that Schaff, really. Monocle honestly saving so much time on checks of everything. We don't care about these spirits either because we have the electric dagger, so you hit one thing and the spirits around you just also die. It's very nice. Alright, and ooh, a shovel of strength in that shop. Do we have enough? We do not have enough. We could kill for it. I think SE2 is considering it. Yeah, there we go. Just using up those tomes. And also going to grab the Ring of Charisma, I suppose. Could be transmute fodder. Yeah, we're going to check the transmute here, or transmog here. Ancalagor doing mostly the same, but not rolling the head slot in this case. Or probably not anyway. We do have Mana Null on SE2's side, while Ancalagor just grabbed the Ring of Gold and left. This is truly a crazy run. All we need now is A, some armor, or B, like another shield spell, right? Something to use that mana on. See, look at that. There was a spirit coming for Ancalagor, and he just hit the skeleton, and it died. Love to see it. Alright, Conga to... It's nothing, you have Zap Dagger. So now we have left behind the monocle on SE2's side, so... and SE2 is like possibly microseconds in the lead, so not much screen peeking off Ancalagor's monocle either. Okay, let's not leave behind the lead. Okay. Quick trapdoor find for SE2. Ooh, getting smacked there by that shielded skeleton. Let us not get murdered. Okay. We still have a little health in reserve. But it's not the safest for either of our racers here. Oh, looks like Ancalagor just quaffing some grape juice there to curse all his hearts. Ancalagor was only on a heart and a half, possibly less by the time that potion was quaffed. So, you know, sensible enough. And Ancalagor lapping SE2, making it out of Zone 3 into DM3, the worst death metal. And There is a throwing charm, I think, in the red chest, but we're going for the bomb spell since ancalagor's side, I believe, only has one bomb. Oh, well, here's more bombs. But that bomb spell might be useful for SE2 here with the infinite damage, but ooh, took a hit there and we're down to our last half a heart here. And SE2 did not find the cursed potion, so cannot recover health in that manner. A little bit spooky here, a little bit spooky. Oh! I'm sorry, was that very loud? Oh, that was the spirit. The Zap Dagger is great, but it can't save you if you have nothing next to you to bop. Meanwhile, ancalagor finding the food shop as one does after your... Oh my god. Immediately gets dunked coming out of the food shop? What the hell? What even killed him? What the fuck? Well, you know, sometimes that's just how it goes. Perhaps I spoke too soon when I said that the game loves these racers. Perhaps there needs to be a price paid in blood at some point. I'm trying to think. There wasn't anything too wild. I guess maybe on the run back, they could save time not going into the transmog since the ring was just useless. Yeah. I think mostly they found what they needed the first time around. Actually, ancalagor, they both skipped the monocle this time since they already know where the items are. So that's interesting and fun. And let's see. I assume SC2 will still go for the tomes for the quick shopkeeper. Nope. Okay. We're going to kill the shopkeeper in some other way, or maybe skip the shop? Question mark. They both went for the torch. Interesting. This is a true memorization game. They've cast aside anything that could aid in a less than memorized run back. Okay, ancalagor with the classic shopkeeper kill. And I assume SC2... Oh, SC2 is not going to do the same. Interesting. We're just going to buy the charisma and then buy the shovel legally. That works, sure. And ancalagor gets mapping back with a torch transmog. Interesting. So a slightly different choice from the previous run, and one that looks like could pay off if we get out of Zone 4 and enter the undiscovered territories of the occasionally confusing Zone 5. Oh, that was a rude mole eating ancalagor's trapdoor. SC2 managing to... Oh, I was going to say manipulate the mole, but no. Checking the glass shop and getting glass armor, it's not really what you're looking for here. And that's ancalagor down again. I didn't see what got him, but now, you know, SC2 has a bit of a breathing room here. Zone lead, heading down into King Kong again. Now, I have zero recollection of what was in these chests. I don't think it was anything too wild. Was it bomb spell? Or was that later? Oh no, it was not bomb spell here. Well, you know, a bit of food never hurt. Certainly SE2 could have done with some food last, or the first run. Oh, here's some real armor. It's not the greatest, but better than nothing. Oh, interesting. Ancalagor going for the boss shrine on the run back and bombing it for the strength charm. This could maybe pay off if SE2 dies, so now it's SE2's job not to die. And here's some mapping, if we want that. So, you know, who needs a torch of walls when you've got an actual map? All right, very carefully handling this icy minefield, as it were. And going to check this Shriner as well. Oh, we could have a second map if we wanted. We could throw away our dagger. Nope, we're going for a Ring of Peace. Makes sense. The other rings that okay, we already had a map, but I guess we have the lower aggro, question mark. Getting rid of the high aggro radius from the, was it the Luminous Torch? Or yeah, I think the Luminous is the max level one. And, you know, no, won't say no to a compass, sure. Let's see, ancalagor, in zone 2 on the run back. Going to skip the Shovel of Strength again, but this time we have the Strength Charm, so we don't really need it, the +1 anyway. Okay, so that's SC2 heading down to zone 4 with the bomb spells before. This time it is not funny infinite damage mana bombs, but I assume that the piece will come in much more useful. Now this is potentially a little bit spooktastic to not be able to see the enemies coming at you. Some ooze boots would sure be nice to have right about now. And it looks like, well, SE2 could check. We bothered picking up the gold from the sarcophagus, so yeah. Oh, blood shovel, but we're probably going to keep the damage up since we... Oh, no, we're dropping damage up? Looks like SE2 also had a bit of a moment of indecision there, but we're ultimately sticking with the damage here. Will we kill this man? No, we don't really. Ooh, that tail monkey could have been very spooky without any goo boots. But fortunately, it worked out just fine. And SC2 should be able to head down safely with moving a piece helping things out. Yeah, okay. Oh, there was heavy plate with charisma in zone 3 that SC2 completely missed. And I guess ancalagor still didn't have enough money, so killed him anyway. Poor Freddy. He just wants to help. Let's see. Ooh, lots of explosions happening on the C2 screen, and also so many bombs. This is a very explosive run over here. But fortunately, none of them hit Cadence, so we're all good. Onto DB4 for SC2. Also using a dash spell. I don't think that works. It's Berserk works, right? If you do it. Oh, we're down to the last half a heart on SC2's side. Mission Do Not Die has suddenly become much more critical. Fortunately, Freddy is not deady, so we can check the shop and hopefully there's something. These are useless. Freddy, please, I'm begging you. And while you might see the cursed wraith coming at you and think it works like the cursed potion, it does not. So that would have put SC2 at half a cursed heart. A tragic thing that one must discover at some point. I don't speak from experience. Okay, we're fine. We're alive. We made it through 5-1. And maybe Freddy will have something on this floor? Question mark? Oh, holy water. That's a veil. Now we just have to survive long enough to use it on enough enemies and not get confused. Okay, there we go. Didn't quite get the full effect of the holy water since the third skeleton from the skull got blocked by another enemy, I think. But hey. much less scary. Oh, there was a heal spell in that chest? That SE2 could have done with that. It is a great run back. Ooh, more damage on SE2's side. This is far from over. Ancalagor could still take this. Already in zone 5, not far behind. And the situation is much safer for Ancalagor on this run back. And SE2, you know, under pressure from Ancalagor's catch-up, doesn't have time to check that final shop. And is just heading down into that Dead Ringer. Snowbro can do some funny stuff here. This seems off the rails. I am a novice and a fool, but this doesn't seem like the types of Dead Ringer fight that I'm accustomed. Well, now it's all up to Ancalagor not to die. This has been a gory seed. I think that's been 2 deaths for each racer, right? There was the first one that was like within seconds of each other, and then Ancalagor's death on the run back, and then SC2's death now is tragic, so close to the end. Truly a roller coaster of emotions. Now Ancalagor can't get as much value out of slow play, since he did kill poor old innocent Freddy Merchantry. But as we saw just a bit ago, there, you know, he was able to at least look around and find a shrine, bomb it for cheese, and go into Dead Ringer with full health. Are we doing lures? We're doing lures. Now we do have double riders, but fortunately, Electric Dagger. Flawless. Anything useful in this chest? I don't think so. Alright, and that's down to Necrodancer for Ancalagor. Looks like SE2 is just going to see if Ancalagor will die in this Necrodancer fight, since I believe it is physically impossible for even the fastest racer in the world to catch up from, you know, from a death that late. Unless the other person dies. It's possible. That is always dunkable. But let's see, already 3 hearts down on that Necroman. And carefully sidestepping the freeze. Level editor strats. And that's the last heart. And as long as we don't blood magic ourselves to death. Alright. That's the 3rd race to Ancalagor. A 17-minute RTA. The bloodiest seed. So unexpected after the 2 really nice seeds beforehand. Wow. This truly has been a